Hi, I'm Chloe Marshall and welcome to Shop America. Now our guest today is the author of the provocative, best-selling book, Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About, Kevin Trudeau. Kevin, welcome.
Nice to be here. Glad to meet you.
I'm very excited to have you here because I think the latter stages, sort of as I get a little bit older, I'm heading more into natural health and natural cures. And I had a sneaky read of this book last night and it's absolutely fascinating. But for people at home, they're probably sitting there going, who are they?
Yeah, exactly.
What don't they want you to know?
Well, this is the book we're talking about, Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About. Now, this book came out a few months ago, Chloe. As a non-fiction book, I think it's broken a lot of publishing records. Over 1.5 million copies of this book has already been sold. I get thousands of emails every single week from people all over the world that are getting this book and reading this type of material and telling me how it's affecting their life. And I gotta let people know, if you're watching right now, if you have any disease or are concerned about any disease that you or someone in your family may have, whether it be cancer or heart disease or diabetes, if you have acid reflux, blood clots, varicose veins, asthma, arthritis, migraine headaches, pain of any kind, insomnia, any type of disease, you need to pay attention because there are natural cures for virtually every disease out there. Non-drug, no drugs, no surgery, there are natural methods. But there's a group of companies and organizations that don't want people to know the truth about natural cures.
Why would that be?
Well, let's first start with the drug companies. There are more people today taking more drugs than ever before in history. Now, people watching right now, a lot of you are probably on some type of non-prescription, over-the-counter drug or prescription drug. More people are taking more drugs than ever before. Yet, every disease virtually is on the rise. More cancer than ever before. More people have heart disease than ever before. More people have asthma than ever before. More people have arthritis. More people have migraine headaches. More people get colds and flus, and the severity and duration of those are more than ever before.
Now, with the technology and improvements in medical science and research, and why are we not getting healthier?
This is the point. Drug companies, and this is the shocking information that I'm blowing the whistle on. The drug companies, the whole medical industry, is only concerned about making money. Now, people, when I say that, they say that can't be true. Folks, you have to listen and you have to kind of open up your eyes to the truth. Drug companies are publicly traded corporations. They have one legal responsibility, and that is to increase shareholder value. That means increase profits. That means, Chloe, sell more drugs.
It's a business.
Look at all of the ads on television for drugs. Drug companies only want to do one thing: sell more drugs. Drug companies do not, in my opinion, want to cure any disease. As a matter of fact, I got a phone call yesterday on the way into the studio from a whistleblower at one of the drug companies, and he told me there is a cure for arthritis. There is a cure for cancer. There is a cure for heart disease, arterial sclerosis. The drug companies do not want these cures released because if the disease is cured, you don't need to be buying their drugs anymore.
It makes all their redundant.
It'll make all their profits go down and their stock value down. There is, for example, a cure for herpes. People do not have to take a drug for the rest of their lives. But a drug company who sells a drug for herpes says there is no cure for herpes. You need to take our drug every day for the rest of your life. It's a lie. It's a scam. It's a fraud. There's an herb that comes from southwestern America. You can take it for 30 days, and there's also a marine algae, and there's also 2 other compounds that are natural that within 30 days will kill the herpes virus. You can virtually never have a breakout ever again unless you get reinfected. There is a cure for asthma. Paul Sorvino, the actor here in America, he has a foundation called the Sorvino Asthma Foundation. He discovered a cure, a natural cure for asthma. And no one wants to know about it because the foundation that promotes asthma, they don't want a cure because they're out of business.
So how did you become involved in it? How come you're so passionate about it?
I've been studying natural cures for years, and I promoted a product called calcium, coral calcium, and I was sued by the Federal Trade Commission. I was sued because I told the truth. I was sued because we told the truth about what calcium does, and we were sued because we told the truth. We quoted Nobel Prize winning authors who said that viruses and cancer cannot live in an oxygen-rich environment, and that calcium is a needed nutrient in the body. We told the truth, and we were sued because we could potentially affect the profits of the cancer industry. Think about it, cancer. You know, we hear this on television all the time. We're so close. There's hope. We're almost at a cure.
I was doing sponsored walks for cancer, you know, 20 years ago, and I'm still walking, and we're still not getting anywhere.
Every time I hear somebody who says, we're working on a cure, there's hope, we're so close to a cure, I think, you don't want a cure. As a matter of fact, there is a cure for cancer. It was discovered 30 years ago. There's actually over a dozen natural cures for cancer. One was discovered by a Nobel Prize nominee. Another one was discovered by Royal Rife. There was a book written about it called The Cancer Cure That Worked. He developed a machine that basically you could dial in a frequency and it would eliminate all the cancer in your body in a matter of hours. There was a serum developed by a doctor 30 years ago that when given to patients, this natural serum, it shrank tumors in virtually 100% of the cases in 90 minutes, and in less than an hour or two, they were vanished, gone, dissolved completely. Cancerous tumors, squashed and suppressed because it would affect the profits of the drug companies. Dr. Colwell in Germany, he was reported to have worked on over 35,000 terminal cancer patients using a natural technique, and allegedly he has the highest cancer cure rate in the whole country. These were terminal cancer patients, no drugs, no chemotherapy, no surgery, no radiation. Natural therapies. There's a natural product from soy. It's a fermented soy which will dissolve blood clots and cure varicose veins in days. Days. Natural, inexpensive. And that's what is in the book.
All those secrets in the book.
This is the upgraded version of the book. My original version came out a few months ago. Over 1.5 million copies were sold. I have added almost 200 more pages to the book. The book is $29.95, but now I have over 50 specific diseases listed in the book, and their specific natural cures. There's so much more information now than ever. If anyone has any disease, virtually, I can tell you, I believe the cure is in here.